Hello, welcome to BYG Latino. We are happy to this amazing interview because we have a minister in our program. If you can see this interview on YouTube, you're very welcome. And also you can hear this interview in our podcast. And it's an honor to have here a Minister Mike Emery.
Thank you very much, Giuseppe, for having me, and thank you to all the viewers for listening to this wonderful station and this interview.
Thank you, Minister. First of all, how is your motivation to be a politician?
Well, I come from a very political family. My father was an MLA who served for a number of years, and we were always involved in politics. We were always involved in sort of community service as a family. When the opportunity came in 2019 to run in the area of Calgary Cross, I had contemplated quite a bit as to whether I would run or not. It's a huge sacrifice, I think, to leave your young family and to move to Edmonton and kind of do the majority of your work there is a big decision. But ultimately, we have always been a family that has focused on community service, on public service, and I thought it was very natural to transition into politics.
Excellent. And also, so you are participating in 2019, and the last election you are also re-elected. How's your feel now in the second time?
Well, look, it was a very difficult campaign, and it was a very difficult election, and quite frankly, we worked very hard to see the successful results. We heard from thousands of Albertans as we door knocked in our respective areas. We learned a lot. We saw what was working. We saw what was not working. And, at the end of the day, yes, I was successful, but I'm very happy to take back that feedback and bring it up to Edmonton and kind of work on the things that Albertans told us they want to see.
Excellent. You previously served as a Minister of Children's Service. Can you tell a little about our community, how your experience in that minister?
Yeah, the Ministry of Children's Services is really focused on the well-being and safety of children in this province. And it was incredibly rewarding to work in that area. Children's Services deals with things such as childcare and child intervention, adoption-related issues, any number of issues involving the well-being of children. And so for me as a father of 3 young children, it was incredibly rewarding to do that work. And I was so happy to have that opportunity to work in that area before moving on to this portfolio.
Now, Minister of Justice, completely changed. So the children and health and the future for Alberta now to the justice, to that huge opportunity, because also we talked before, you are a lawyer. How much changed your life? How much? First of all, what is your mandatory letter? Can you explain a little about that?
Yeah, it was a remarkable change, I would say to you. By profession, I worked as a lawyer and did a lot of work in the areas of family law, in civil law, in criminal law, and in other areas that I think really gave me the opportunity to observe some of the challenges and the needs and the desires of Albertans. And this was just, a very small law firm that I had operated in Calgary for a number of years. So I had the opportunity to get that firsthand exposure to some of the needs and challenges of Albertans, but also to the pressures of our court system. And I think that's really important to convey. So when we talk about mandates, and one of the primary areas is to kind of work with our courts and our judiciary and all of the actors involved to kind of make the process more efficient and effective. I take that very seriously. I think that all Albertans deserve the ability to have a court system that is available for them when they need it. And I will continue to build on my own personal experience within the court system and within my own former profession to help make that happen. I want to work on things like digitizing the court system to allow for, Albertans, no matter where they are, to access our courts when they need it. I want to make sure that it is available, that the processes are as quick as possible so that people are not waiting years to see justice.
Excellent. Digital service, how much Alberta is advancing that topic, Minister?
It's a very high priority for me. What we saw out of COVID was the need to shift our court system, and indeed a lot of different areas. Let's be completely clear. We saw a need to start shifting our court system so that it would address the needs of Albertans while maintaining social distancing. And so what we were forced to do is bring our courts up to speed in terms of the digital, sort of the virtual way of attending court and conducting business that involve people who are going through the court system. It wasn't perfect. It was a very difficult task that was put together very quickly. The goal today is to evaluate what we've learned from that that main pandemic era and apply a comprehensive system that will be able to digitize and modernize the court system to a point where I think will be unrivaled anywhere in Canada.
Nada ilustrativo el encogerse para que otras personas no se sientan inseguras a tu alrededor. Todos estamos destinados a brillar como los niños. Los niños se caen y se levantan. Si nos encogemos, no lideramos, solo encajamos. ¿Y tú qué piensas? Déjalo en tu comentario.
Excellent. Minister, I know you are very short time you start in the Minister of Justice, but what is your motivation to come every day at this complicated, because also I'm a lawyer in Mexico and I know the complicated justice. Yes. Complicated in the sense is very touching different topics, no? How is the motivation to come every day at your office and you continue to help the community?
Well, look, my primary motivation for coming into this office every day is my absolute love for this province and for this country. My family immigrated from another country in the 70s, and they came here for a better opportunity. And quite frankly, we were given exactly that. And there's a ton of gratitude that I believe that we owe to this wonderful place for giving us all of the opportunities. It is for the love of my family, the love of my children, making sure that every day I wake up and I come to this office, I am keeping them in mind, because, if I want it for my family, then I'll certainly want it for all families. And that's exactly what my motivation will continue to be. I will continue to do better. I will continue to try and do better to make this province safer, to make it to increase opportunity, to make it more attractive for people to come here, because that's exactly what I want for my own children.
That's excellent, Minister. Minister, people, they say, it's Minister, full-time the Minister. No, but also you need to go to your constituency, connect with your community. Can we talk a little about that, please?
Of course. You're absolutely right. This is multiple roles. We wear multiple hats. One of those roles is to serve as the Minister of Justice for this province. And in doing that, I've got to make decisions that impact all Albertans. At the same time, I also have a community, a constituency, a family that, I certainly want to spend time with. And that's exactly what I try to do. So in the times that I can, it is a very full-time and challenging position. But yes, we have to make time for everything. And I think that every family has to do that. We've got to balance work and life, family and friends, and time for ourselves as well. And I think that if I can convey any important message, it's this: take the time for your family, take the time for your friends, and take the time for yourself as well.
Excellent, Minister. Question: what is the message that you want to send to the Latino Canadian community between south of Alberta to north of Alberta?
I want to say this, first and foremost, this is your government. And as your Minister of Justice, I am here at the pleasure of Albertans. I am here because Albertans have put me here. And I am absolutely dedicated to serving Albertans and making this province better. I would provide all viewers an open invitation to reach out to all of your elected officials, including myself and my office, if there are things that you want to talk about that are a particular concern to you or to your family or community when it comes to justice-related issues. But know that law-abiding Albertans are my absolute priority. And despite what we might be seeing, some of the issues that we're seeing, rising crime and issues and things like that, this government is absolutely focused on addressing those issues. And that is my primary goal here. I'm going to work very hard day and night to making sure that Albertans are safe, that their families are safe, and that people can go out and enjoy themselves in this beautiful place we call Alberta without fear of worrying about something happening.
Perfect, Minister. Well, any quote for the community?
I want to wish all members of the Latino community the best of prosperity and success. All of those who have come to Alberta from elsewhere, I want to assure all of you that this is the greatest province in Canada. We live in the greatest country on earth, and there is an abundance of opportunity for all people to succeed if you work hard and you do what you need to do to be successful. I think that we, all too often we come from places where your merit is set aside and sort of appointments are made because of who you are or who you may know. And that is a notion that we absolutely reject in Alberta. We look at people on the basis of their merit, of their qualifications, and of hard work. And I think that formula applies to each and every one of us. And I would urge everybody in the Latino community to do your best and make sure that you succeed.
Thank you, Minister. And for sure it's the first, but not the last time we have you here in our live stream and podcast program. Thank you so much for your time, Minister. Thank you so much, all your staff, to help us to start connect with you. And see you soon in the next interview.
Thank you very much. And this certainly it was the first, but it will not be the last. I really appreciate your hospitality. All the best.
All the best. Thank you so much. Take care.
Bye-bye.